Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I have shown you how to design for this update question and how to backend code for this. So if you have not watched that video, then just go to description. There I put the link to my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to design for this one, that is view and delete question. When I click on this interface is on our screen, and here with this combo box, we can actually select the set number. If I want to select all question, then click on this. All question will be visible from all different sets. Here you can see this set 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. If you want to select from all question from set 1, so we can select like this, and we can also delete the question. Like select on this and click on delete. It will ask for the confirmation that are you sure you want to delete. If you click on yes, this will delete this question, and if I click on no, it will not do anything. And this is also a sync button to update the new data. So this is our complete project, that's why everything is visible. So I'm going to close this application and I'm going to move to the project on which we are working. We're working on quiz management video, so move back over here and let me just start this and let me show you till where our task is done. So I have already started the project, and inside this one you can see this update question is visible over here. When I click on this, nothing happens. So let me start designing for this one. So I'm going to close this, and first thing what we have to do is we have to actually add a new user control. So move back over here inside this teacher underscore UC. We have created this folder in the previous video, so if you have not watched the previous video, then just go to description. There I put all the links to my all previous videos, just watch from the first one. Okay, so right click on this, add, and select user control over here. Just click on this one, and here it will show the name of this one. So I'm going to name this one UC underscore view and delete question, and click on add. This will add a new user control over here. So here you can see this view delete question is added. First thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the size for this one. So move back over here, click on the empty space from the previous one and copy the size for this one. The size is 1095,768. Move back over here, right click on this, go to properties and set the size, hit enter. After this we have to change the background color for this. So change the back color to white. Click on this one and click on custom and select white. Okay, after this we need to move back over here, and from here we need some stuff. First one is this and this one and this and this. We need these all stuff. Just copy these and move back over here and paste it. Okay, and I'm going to put it over here. First thing, I'm going to change the name for this one. So I'm going to change the name, change this one from update question to view delete question. Hit enter. After this we have to move this one on the little bit of the right side like this. With the help of keyboard you can adjust with the up and down keys, and we need to put this in the center of this user control. This one, just select these two and put this over here like this one. After this we need to add one table. So search for this, not data grid view actually. So I'm going to use this data grid view. I'm going to use this one, that is Guna 2 data grid view. Drag and drop it over here like this and select this. I'm not going to set the size for this one, sorry, the data source actually. I'm going to make few changes with this one. So go inside this one, the properties of this, right click and go to properties. Inside this one we have to make few changes. First I'm going to set the border for this table. So search for this border style inside this one. So border style, here you can see this, it's none. So click on this and fix 3D. If you change this one, now you can see a rectangle shape outside this. After this we have to stretch this one like this, and just stretch it below, and we have to put one delete button over here. So for that I'm going to select one Guna 2 button, just drag and drop it over here like this. Just click on this. If you are worried from where I'm going to get these Guna 2, if you don't have this in your toolbox, then you have to simply download a DLL file. For that I've already provided a link in the description of this video, and you also have to download all the images and icon which I'm using in this project, and I have also added one video link in the description of this video to how to add the DLL file into this toolbox. Just watch that and add that. Okay, so first I'm going to change the name for this one to delete. Enter. After this I'm going to increase the font size, so change this one to, I've clicked on this one, change this one to 12 and select bold and hit OK. After this we have to change the fill color, so I'm going to change this fill color to red like this, and I'm going to set some border color. So border radius will be 18 to make the corner curve, and after that border thickness will be 1. After this I'm going to set one image inside this one, so click on this, select this, local resources, and click on import, and it will open the local directory where you have stored explore, where you have stored all the images. So select this one and click on open, click on OK, and here you can see this, we have added one image inside this one. So I'm going to increase the size 30,30 for the image, and here you can see this. I'm going to increase this one a little bit more, 21. Yeah, this one is good. After this we have to set the hover state. Whenever I hover over this, the background fill needs to be white, and the for color, that is the text written inside this one, that is delete, needs to be in the black color. So hover state, border color needs to be black, fill color needs to be white whenever we hover over this one, and the for color, the text needs to be in the black color, so select the black. Okay, so now our task for this one is done. I'm going to decrease the size of this button a little bit. After this, what we have to do is we have to actually connect this one with this teacher module. Okay, so I'm going to close this update questions, so click on this and close this one also, and finally we have this update.cs. Inside this one we have to connect that with this button, that is view and delete question. So click on this, and first I'm going to change the name for this one. So change the name, search for the design names. Here you can see this, change this one to ptn view delete questions. Hit enter. After this, double click on this to generate a click event for this one, that is ptn view delete question underscore click. And before we code anything over here, first thing what we have to do is we have to move back over here, that is view delete question, go to toolbox, search for Guna to ellipse, just drag and drop it, click on this one, select the target control, click on this and select this one, that is UC view delete question. Just save it, copy this one, that is Guna to ellipse, move back to the teacher.cs, paste it over here, click on this target control, and we have to select the panel 2. This one, the right, we have, when we are designing this teacher module, we have set two panels, one in the left side, this is in the green color, and one is in the right side. So we are going to set the target where we want to show this user control. So we want to show on this one, that is panel 2. So that's why we have set this target control to panel 2. Here you can see this, for all the Guna 2 files we have set this panel 2. Okay, after this just save it and start and close this once, so that the new user control is loaded into the toolbox properly. Okay, so I have started the project. Here you can see this, it's loading Guna to DLL file, and let me close this. We don't need to do anything, just start it and close it. After adding these two Guna ellipse on the both side, on the teacher and as well as in this user control. Now move back to this toolbox and go to the top, and here you will find UC underscore view delete question. Just drag it and drop it over this. Just click on this and change the location to 0,0. There is location, this one, select this one to 0,0 and hit enter, and here you can see this is in the proper position. After this, what we have to do is just double click on this one once again. It will let us move to this one, click event, and here what we have to do is we have to actually show this user control. So user control name is UC_view delete question 1. So this is user control. This one, the name for this one is UC_view delete question 1. So move back over, that is teacher.cs, and here first thing we have on the load event, that is the teacher load event. First I want to hide that. So UC_view, you can see this view delete question 1 dot visible is equal to false. After this, what we have to do is we have to make this one visible when we click on that button. So btn view delete question dot visible is equal to true, and one more thing, we have to just bring it to front. So UC_ this one dot to bring to front, like this. Just save it, and now this one is ready. Now let's start this and let's check if this one is working or not. So I've started the project, and here you can see this, everything is loaded, and when I click on this, okay, this one is not working. So let me fix this. Close this one, move back over here. Okay, this button is actually, we have written something wrong over here, that is UC_view delete question 1, that is user control. Now start this one. Click on this, and here you can see this view delete question is visible over here. The button is over here. In the set we have nothing for now, and here you can see this, when we hover over this, now this color for the fill color is changed, and as well as the text color is also changed. Okay, so now we are going to start backend coding for this one. So let me close this. So we don't need this teacher.cs for now. I'm going to close this one. I don't need this update question, I don't need this, I don't need these all. Okay, so first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually change the design name for this one. So this is by default composite because we have copied from the update user control. So the name for this one is done, the name for this one is also done. So we have to actually set the name for this only, that is btn delete. So I'm going to change the design name for this one. So btn delete, and we don't need to change the name for this one, data grid view, because we have only one. So with that name we can identify it. Let me just click on this and let's check the name for this one. Here you can see this, the name is Guna2 data grid view. So I'm going to just delete this Guna2 and I'm going to use this data grid view 1. Just save it. After this, what we have to do is, first thing what I want is, whenever this application load, I want to load all the set inside this one, set numbers, whatever set numbers we available in the database, I want to load all the set. According to that, we are going to show the questions. So just double click on the empty space to generate a load event for this user control. So double click on this empty space. Here you can see this UC_view delete question load event is generated. And first thing, we have to create the function class object. In the function class, we have created two methods, that is set data and get data. One method is to actually fetch the data from the database, and another is to actually put the data or update or delete the data into the or from the database. Okay, so I have shown this all in the previous videos, so that's why I always keep saying that watch all my previous videos. Okay, so function fn is equal to new function, this one, and I need one variable, that is string query. Inside this one I'm going to write all the queries whenever we require. Okay, after this, move inside this one, that is UC view delete question load event. And here first thing, I want to clear the combo set dot items dot clear. Whenever I load, I need this one from the fresh start. Okay, items dot clear. In the previous video I've already shown you, or I've already explained you that why I always clear this one with the help of the example. Okay, so combo set. After this I'm going to add one item, that is all question dot items dot add. Manually I'm going to add this one. Because when in the database we don't have any text like this, all questions, but what I want is whenever this all question is selected, then I want to load all the questions available in all the sets. Okay, after this I'm going to write the query. So query is equal to, we need only set question set for now, so select distinct question set from questions. Okay, so we have used this distinct to only select the unique question set. Q set is the column name in our table and questions is our table name. Okay, so I've already explained these stuff. After this I'm going to call a method function.getData, and inside this one we have to pass the query. Okay, so with the help of this function we can actually access the methods inside this function class, whatever the methods inside this one. We have written this method getData, and this getData method is going to return a dataset object which contains data. Okay, so I'm going to store these data in the dataset. ts is equal to like this. Okay, now we have data inside this dataset. Finally what we have to do is we have to set this data into the combo box. This is combo set, and inside this one here you can see this with the query. You can understand that we are only fetching only one column, so the column name always will be, column number always will be 0. Okay, so inside this one we have to initialize a for loop for int I is equal to 0, I should be less than ds dot tables 0 dot rows dot count is I plus plus, and after this we have to put these in the combo set. So combo set dot items dot add. Inside this one we have to just write ds dot tables 0 dot rows. Every time the row is going to change, not the column. So rows, from this loop you can understand that I is going to change, initiating from 0, then 1, then 2 till this dataset count. Okay, less than dataset count. Suppose we have 10 values, then this loop will start from 0 and it will execute till 9. Okay, so this is the row, that is it's keep changing with this loop, and as I have told you, the column will be always 0 because we are going to fetch only one record with the help of this query. So 0 dot and convert this one to string. Now I'm going to start this application. Previously I have started, but I have shown you that inside the set combo box there is no data, but this time we have already coded for this one, that is view delete question load event. So this time we are expecting some data inside this one. So view delete question, and when I click on this, here you can see this, there are total 6 sets and one all question is also added into this combo box. So click on this. For now when I select this, nothing happens. What I want is when I select anything, this table needs to be filled with that data, related to that data. Okay, so I'm going to close this one and move back over here, and here what we have to do is we have to just click on this, go to event, and here you have to search for this one, that is selected index change. Just double click on this. This will generate a combo set selected index change, and here first thing what we have to do is we have to check that if combo set dot selected index is not equal to 0, then what we have to do is I'm going to write a query. So query is equal to select ID question number question option A, option B, option C, Option D, make sure you write the same in the same order, and if the column name any character is in the capital letter, so make sure you also write in the capital letter. So let me just make this one to full screen so that you can see all my codes. After this, option D, and I need answer, and from which table? So from questions, where q set is equal to, I am going to extract this question set from the combo box. So double plus, double quotes, single quotes like this, and semicolon. Inside this one, combo set dot text. Okay. So this one, we have to execute this query. So to execute this query, we have to actually call the function dot get data, and this get data method is going to return a data set object filled with the data. So we have extracted this data inside this one and stored inside this one, and finally we have to set this to data grid view. So data grid view dot data source is equal to ds dot tables, inside this one 0, like this. And now I'm going to start this, and let's check if this one is working or not. So here you can see this. If I click on this, this is the 0th index. So what we have coded over here is, let me just show you, if the combo set dot selected index is not equal to 0, if it's not equal to 0, then only we want to fetch this data of a particular set. Here you can see this, and show this on the data grid view. Okay, so move back over here, and this is the 0th index, this is 1 index, this is 2, but this is not index value it's representing. These are question set. So if I select this one, okay, somehow this one is crashed. So I may have written something wrong. Invalid object name. Okay, so I have written something wrong inside this one. So let me stop this. We have to match this ID, Q and O. Okay, this one is right. Option A, option B, option C, option D, answer. From this one, the table name is questions actually. That's why it's crashed due to SQL exception. So I have started this project once again, and let's check this time. So click on this one and select 1, and here you can see this, all the questions available for set 1 is visible over here. Select 2, and in the same way this 4, 6, everything is available over here. Okay, after this we have to code for this one. When I select on this all questions, every data needs to be visible. So we have coded for if the index is not 0. So in the else condition, we can write query to select all. So query is equal to, I'm going to copy this from questions and paste it inside this one till questions, and just semicolon, hit enter, and after this finally the same code, data set ds is equal to fn.getData. This one we have to pass the query data grid view dot data source is equal to ds.tables. That this one we have to pass this 0. Okay, so I've started the project once again, and let's check for all question. So click on this one, and this time I'm going to select this all questions, and here you can see this all question is visible for set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and everything. It's visible, and but one small issue is still remaining, that this one we have to stretch it manually. So I'm going to set this height by default. So let me close this and move back over to the designing part. Into this one, select this and go to this one, that is properties, and move back over here and we have to set the height, column header height, select this one to 14. Okay, not this one, where it goes. Okay, before we make changes inside this one, we have to actually change this one, that is column header height size mode. This is auto size, that's why we can't able to manually set the size for the header. So I'm going to change this one and enable resizing and move back over here and change this one to 25, and it's automatically 25. If I start this time, and let's check if this one is working or not. So I've started the project, and I'm going to click on this one, and if I select this, and here you can see this time the header is visible. Okay, so next thing what we have to do is, when I click on one particular row, so I'm going to extract the ID for that particular row, okay, and store into a variable. And when I click on this delete button, then I want to delete that row, the data related or attached with that particular ID. Okay, so I'm going to close this one and move back over here to the designing part. And here what we have to do is, we have to just click on this and go to event, click on this data grid view, right click and go to properties. Inside this one you have to just click on events, and here we have to just select this mouse cell click event. Just double click on this. This will generate a data grid view 1_cell click event. So we have to extract the value, that is the ID, the question, the ID, and one question number. So question number. So I'm going to extract these two values from data grid view whenever we click on a particular row. So first I'm going to put this inside try and catch block like this. Okay, ID, and how to extract the ID from the data grid view whenever we click on this. So I'm going to make this one full screen, and here I'm going to int dot parse. We have to convert this because it's in the string format. So data grid view 1 dot rows like this, and after this, inside this rows we have to use this this one, that is data grid view cell event args. So e dot row index, I'm going to extract this dot cells. Inside this one we have to pass 0, because the 0th cell which contains the ID. Cell means this is the first column, then this is the first cell, that is the 0th cell. Okay, so cell 0 dot, we have to extract the value and convert this one to string like this. Now we have the ID. In the same way we have to extract the question number. So question number is equal to int dot parse, and I'm going to copy this line and paste inside this one, and we have to simply change the cell from 0 to 1, and now we have the values inside this one, that is ID and question number. Next thing what we have to do is, when I click on this delete button, I want to delete that record. So just double click on this, and this will generate a bdn delete click event. Okay, so I'm going to cut this from here and put this below here. Okay, after this I'm going to ask the user, are you sure you want to delete? For that I need a if block. So if message box dot show are you sure, just ask for user confirmation like this, and this message box needs to have some name. So delete confirmation like this one. After this message box needs to have some button. So message box buttons dot yes no, and this also needs to have some icon. So message box icon dot warning. If user click on yes, then we only want to delete the record. So is equal to dialog result dot yes. If this one is yes, then only we want to delete that record like this one. Okay, inside this one we have to write few more line of code. That will be Okay, inside this one we have to write the query first. So query is equal to delete from questions. Question is the table name, where ID is equal to, this is in the integer format, so just double click. Okay, so where ID is plus 2 plus sign, double quotes again, and inside this one we have to pass the ID. So we already have two variables, which is ID and question number, so I'm going to pass this one over here, ID, and we also match with the question number. N is capital in my case. If you have changed, then you have to put that name. So double plus like this one, and inside this one we have to pass the question number like this. Now our query is ready. And let's check once again, delete from questions, where ID is equal to ID and question number is equal to question number. Now we have to call the method. So fn.setData, and setData method is a void method. It's not going to return anything. So this will execute this query on the database simply. So and show one pop-up message. So first I'm going to pass the query, and in the second argument we have to pass the message. So this will the question deleted like this. And finally what I have to do is I have to actually reload this user control. So uc underscore view this one and the load, and inside this one we have to pass this comma null like this. And if I start this application, and let's check if this one is working fine or not. So I've started this project and we will try. Okay, we have some error over here, so let's check what exactly the error is. Okay, so we've missed one semicolon over here, so I've added this, and I'm going to start this one. So we started the project, and click on this one and click on this, and I'm going to delete this question number 6. Just click on this one, delete. Now you can see that it's asking for confirmation, are you sure? So I'm going to click on no. If I click on yes, it will delete the question deleted. Okay, and this time here you can see this. Now we have actually in the question set 6, in the set 6 we have only one question which we have deleted. So inside this, here you can see this, the 6th set is also removed from the combo box. So here you can see this, now we have only 5 sets. So this delete button is working fine. Next thing, we remain with this one. Why I have added the sync button over here when I am actually reloading this user control when we click on this button. Suppose someone added a question over here and we move back over here, then we have to resync it. That's why I have added a resync button over here. So I'm going to code for this one, that is sync button. So move back over here and go to the top and just double click on this button to generate a click event for this btn sync, and inside this one we have to call the uc underscore delete load event. Inside this one first we have to pass this, and second argument we have to pass null like this one, and now the sync button will work. So let's start this, and I'm going to add one question to the set 6. So move back over here, click on this one, and you can see this, we have set 6. So A, B, C, D, E, answer is E. Next, okay, and if we move back over here, you can see this, for now we have only 5 sets, but we have added question for the set 6. So I'm going to click on this one, and now if I click on this, here you can see this, we have set 6. Click on this, the question is visible over here. So everything is working in this view and delete questions. We have completed the designing part as well as the backend part. So that's it for this video, guys. Please like, subscribe and share with your friends, and in the next video I'm going to show you how to design for this one, that is all students result, and how to backend code for this, that is logout. So let me close this and just stay tuned, subscribe.